Don't. Come here. Lynx. Come here. Come. No. You can't Spanish walk on the camera. Come here. Just straight forward. There you go. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. This is going to be a Q&A. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, so I took questions from you guys on Instagram and also on one of the YouTube community posts, and I'm going to be answering them here. Some of them are horse related. Well, most of them are horse related, and then some of them are more personal questions, and I just kind of opened it up to everything. So the very first question I got was, what is your opinion on Mustangs barrel racing? I'm going to have to say that I don't have an accurate answer for this because I don't have much experience with barrel racing Mustangs. I've never even ridden the pattern. I don't ride barrel horses, and I don't know much about barrel racing Mustangs, so I can't give an accurate assessment on that, but I do think that these horses specialize at every discipline. Maybe not every single horse specializes at every discipline, but I'm sure there's some of them that are cut out to do it. And then move the body over, the hip, thank you, there we go. Someone asked, have I worked with Warwick Shriller, which I believe I'm saying that correct, and no I haven't, but I've talked to him a couple times and I definitely watch some of his videos and I get some of his terminology from there, so he's really great to watch. I'm a really big fan of his, he's awesome. How did you get into training Mustangs and what was Lynx like when you first got him? I got into it because back in 2014, someone shared a Facebook post to my wall for an application for a youth Mustang challenge. My first Mustang was Brazil. You know, I signed up for it not knowing what Mustangs were, had no idea what they were at all, didn't realize that they were wild and that you actually had to train them. Mind you, I'd been around horses for like 2 years at this point, but I had only been volunteering at a draft horse rescue. I really didn't have any proper training. I didn't know really anything. So I applied, and then on Craigslist, I found a barn to keep the horse at, and I found someone to trailer the horse. I found out that I was accepted, and I was like, oh cool, that's awesome. And then the day before pickup came around, I Googled what a wild Mustang is, and then realized that I was very certainly underqualified to train one of these, given that I hadn't trained any horse at this point. And that's kind of the story of how I got into it. I definitely panicked after I Googled it, but I was like, I have to go through with it now. I was accepted, I applied, I lined up all these things to get the horse. So thank goodness that my first Mustang was very mellow and kind and forgiving, and that was Brazil. He was awesome. Lynx, when I first got him, he's always been a character. He has always been, why? Is it because I undid your braid? He's always been wanting to be your best friend and kind of be in your space and hang out, and he's been wonderful. His personality hasn't changed from when he was 2 versus when he's, what is he? He's almost 8? Or is he almost 9? I think he's almost 8. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice before training your first horse, what would it be? Based on what I just told you guys, probably to Google and do some research before you sign up for a challenge. That was the first horse that I actually trained. I'm pretty good at it now, but back then I would say patience is your best friend, and you can't take your emotions into the round pen or into the arena or into anywhere with your horses, because it's going to express right back to you. So you have to be able to control that and make sure you're kind of stable in your own head, your own space when you're working with them. It's going to make all the progress go a lot quicker, and you're going to be able to communicate better with your horse. Hey, come back. Where are you going? I need you. Come here. Yeah, stay. If you could do literally anything with Lynx, what would you do? Gosh, if I ever end up teaching like overseas or anything, I would love to take him with me. I don't know, it'd be cool to try trick riding with him, but I don't think that might be one thing he's not cut out to do, honestly. If you could change one thing about Lynx, what would you change? Did you hear that? Someone thinks that you're not perfect how you are. Okay, one thing about him. This is super specific. But when we're in dressage mode, so like right now this season and training for dressage, don't you dare touch that camera, sir. I would like him to be a little bit more forward and have more energy. What is my favorite part about living on the road? Honestly, what isn't my favorite part? Just the traveling, the adventure of it all, being able to hang out with my headless horse right now, like all the time. Getting to meet all these new people and make these new connections. Hey, stick with me. And my least favorite part is probably not being able to see my other horse, Calliope, who lives here at the Florida farm. She's not able to live on the road because she's a draft cross, so she's heavier boned and she's a little bit older and she has some health problems, so it's smartest for me to leave her here, and I would be super selfish if I brought her with me, but that's probably the most difficult part. Also, I don't like that I don't have my own kitchen when I'm on the road. Am I planning on doing the Florida Mustang Makeover? I do not know yet because I have a lot of things going on. I have a lot of training horses in right now. I have more coming in. I have feral Mustangs for other people coming in potentially. I don't know if I'm going to have the space. I don't know if it would make sense time-wise. Basically, I don't know right now. I'm not going to know until like the week before, but I did apply just in case I do it. I really want to do it because that's like my favorite thing ever, but I don't know time-wise if it's going to make sense right now. If there's one thing that would be most important to your training style, what would it be? I would say adjustability, being able to adjust to each horse you're working with. That's why with some I use positive reinforcement, some are just strictly negative reinforcement, some I have to be a little bit more firm with, some you have to wait and like really watch their body language even more in tune than others. Probably adjustability, yeah. Have I ever had a working student, or would I have a working student? I have not had one, and yes, I would. Not in the near future, though. How old were you when I got you? He was 2. He was a youngin'. He was a buckskin. Now I have this completely gray horse. And he is about to be... Oh my god, he's gonna be 8. He is 8. No, he's going to be 8. Because right now we're in December. Yeah, January 1st, Mustang birthday. He's gonna be 8. Whew, you're old, Lynx. Which Mustang was the most enjoyable to train? Totally was Lynx. Yep, definitely. Definitely was you, buddy. The next question is, do I have a dog? Yeah, this thing right here. This is my dog. But no, I don't have an actual dog or anything. This one right here is gonna break my whip, but he is pretty close to it. I consider him my dog because I take him everywhere with me. He has the personality of one, but he's so much more lower maintenance than a dog. It's so nice. Come here! Donkey! No! Come back! What are you doing? No, you're gonna knock it over. Lynx! 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 Back up, please. Where are you going? Come here. No. Back up. Come here. Who? Oh my god. Did you hear that? That was my thigh that just cracked. What motivates me to try again if I feel discouraged? Oh my gosh. Past me. Oh, I just got a text that I'm getting 2 more Mustangs. Anyways, I came here to say that for this part of the video, apparently everything was blurry, so I'm not going to be able to use it. I don't know why my camera wasn't focusing, but the Q&A was getting long enough anyway, so I'm sure you guys won't mind if I cut out a few of the questions. Probably my horses that I own. Okay, I think we're laying down right now. I didn't ask for that. This horse. I hope I'm still in frame. Here are some of the general questions that I answered. Are my parents horse people? No. How many horses do I own? Just 2, Calliope and Lynx. And what is my biggest injury? I broke my wrist when I used to do competitive cheer. And I have 2 arms that aren't even like really that attached to my body. They're super weak. And despite having a rotational fall on a horse, none of these are horse related. Oh, I also broke my foot once from jumping in place because I have osteopenia. That's about it though. Would I say that I'm happy in my current life? I would say this is probably the happiest that I have ever been. So yes. For example, on Sunday, I wasn't going to work any of the horses because I was supposed to be out of town, but my plans got changed. So then I was like, well, I guess I'm going to work some of them just for fun. Like, if I wasn't happy and if I was getting burnt out, I would have used that day to do something else, but that's how I know, like, I'm truly enjoying it, where on that day where I could have done anything, I'm like, let me just do the same thing because I want to. So that was a pretty good indicator to me that I seriously am enjoying life right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting to live my dream. I think there's nothing that I would change about it right now. I just take things as they come, and I am, yeah, the happiest that I've ever been. What is my favorite part about Mustangs? I like the connection that you get with them. You don't get that with, I'm gonna use warm bloods again as an example because I work with those the most. You don't get that with warm bloods. I don't know how to describe it. It's the connection. Something with the connection with that horse. What is the most useful trick to teach a horse? I would say probably the side pats towards for them picking you up from the mounting block. Who has been your easiest and your hardest Mustang to train? Ooh, gentling wise, probably Brazil or Lynx. Hardest, gentling wise, probably Roulette or Boo or Kiwi. Kiwi was more difficult near the end. She wasn't super difficult at the beginning. I don't know why I always forget about Snooze. Snooze was very easy. I love Snooze. She was wonderful. My favorite animal is an aardvark. My favorite animal is an aardvark. How old was I when I started with horses? I started volunteering at the Draft Horse Rescue when I was like 12 or 13. When am I getting my next Mustang? The next one that I have for a makeover or like Lynx or personally me, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get one next year at some point, probably, possibly. How did I know my heart horse? I don't know. It's that horse, I feel, that you just click with and you don't really have any problems with. And you both really get along. Do not break that whip. And I don't trust him. Oh, I'm literally, I just said I don't trust you and I'm trying to brag on our friendship, man. Don't break my whip. Don't do it. You just get along. You just work together. I don't think anyone else would tolerate this horse, but I also don't think any horse would tolerate me, so it works. He's gonna break that. Please stop. What is camper life like? Camper life is wonderful. I dig it. I'm a fan. Oh, you're dead on the carpet. I'm so sorry. I'm so
What
sorry.
I'm basically saying by I love it is
crunched,
if you
it
don't
crunched.
mind killing cockroaches and randomly singing and also sometimes
singing
having to
cockroaches. I've
have
never
mice
used
live
this,
in your
though.
oven, running
I'm
out of
really
propane
concerned.
at random times, and, you know, just multitasking, then camper life could be for you.
Get up here. Oh my god, you're like molasses. Listen, don't jab me back after I insult you. That's rude. Use your words. Thank you guys for joining me for this Q&A. I know I haven't done one in a little while. It was fun to film because I just got to hang out with my boy right here, which I don't really get to do anymore now. And I do have a question for all of you, and that is, what is your horse-related or non-horse-related goal for 2022? Leave your goals down in the comments below. I would love to see them. Maybe it'll inspire me to figure out my own goal. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. Oh my god, I don't think this video was in focus. I am so sorry if none of that was in focus. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a new camera. Sorry.